Have you ever noticed that the women who leave the biggest impact are rarely the ones trying the hardest to be noticed? They don't compete for attention, seek constant reassurance, or spend their time proving their value. Instead, they carry themselves with a calm confidence that speaks long before they say a single word. Their strength isn't loud, it's quiet, genuine, and impossible to ignore. The truth is, people aren't deeply drawn to those who constantly ask for approval. They're drawn to people who make them feel comfortable, inspired, and curious. Real attraction isn't created through games or manipulation. It grows from self-respect, authenticity, and the confidence that comes from knowing who you are. The moment you stop wondering if you're enough is often the moment everything begins to change. Many people spend years trying to earn love, respect, and acceptance. They work harder than necessary, change parts of themselves to fit in, and worry endlessly about what others think. But the more you depend on outside validation, the more control you hand over to other people. If your confidence depends on someone else's opinion, your peace disappears the moment that opinion changes. Real confidence is built from the inside. It doesn't come from compliments, social media attention, or temporary praise. Those things may feel rewarding for a while, but they never last. Lasting confidence is created through the small promises you keep to yourself every day. It grows when you stay disciplined, remain honest with yourself, and continue choosing your values even when taking shortcuts would be easier. Think about the people you admire most. They usually aren't the ones trying to impress everyone around them. They don't constantly explain why they deserve respect. Instead, they carry themselves with quiet certainty because they know exactly who they are. Their identity isn't based on popularity or comparison. It's rooted in character, purpose, and self-awareness. Confidence doesn't mean believing you're perfect. It means accepting your imperfections without allowing them to define your future. Every successful person has experienced setbacks. Every respected leader has faced criticism. Every strong individual has doubted themselves at some point. The difference is that they refuse to let temporary failures become permanent labels. They understood that mistakes are experiences, not identities. As your self-worth grows, your choices begin to change. You stop saying yes simply to avoid disappointing people. You stop chasing relationships that require you to hide your true personality. Instead of competing with everyone around you, you focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. Your energy is no longer wasted trying to prove your value because you're busy creating a meaningful life. Authenticity has a power that appearance or status can never replace. When your words, actions, and values all point in the same direction, people naturally trust you. They know they're meeting the real version of you rather than someone performing for approval. That kind of honesty creates lasting respect. One of the most freeing realizations in life is understanding that not everyone needs to agree with your choices. Some people will misunderstand your journey, and that's perfectly fine. The moment you stop trying to convince everyone to accept you, you gain the freedom to live according to your own purpose instead of someone else's expectations. Building confidence is a lot like growing a tree. You don't expect it to become strong overnight. You care for it consistently, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Self-worth develops the same way. Every honest conversation, every healthy boundary, every difficult decision made with integrity strengthens your roots. These quiet moments rarely receive applause, but they shape the person you become. There will always be voices telling you that you need to achieve more before you're worthy of respect. More success, more recognition, more popularity, more accomplishments. But real strength comes from recognizing that your value was never something you had to earn. It was always there. Your responsibility is simply to protect it, express it, and refuse to compromise it. Another powerful habit shared by confident people is their comfort with silence. They don't feel pressured to fill every conversation with words or explain themselves to everyone they meet. They understand that silence isn't weakness. It's a sign of emotional control. They listen carefully, observe closely, and speak with intention instead of reacting impulsively. People often remember how you made them feel far more than they remember what you said. That's why listening is one of the greatest forms of respect. When you genuinely pay attention instead of planning your next response, you build trust and create deeper connections. Quiet observation also helps you notice details others completely miss. Emotional maturity means creating space between your feelings and your actions. Everyone experiences anger, disappointment, fear, and frustration. The strongest people simply choose not to let those emotions make their decisions. They pause, think clearly, and respond with wisdom rather than impulse. That small pause often changes the outcome of an entire conversation. As you move through life, remember that your greatest influence won't come from being the loudest voice in the room. It will come from your character, your consistency, and the quiet confidence you carry every single day. When your actions reflect your values, your presence speaks louder than your words ever could. That's the kind of strength people trust, admire, and remember long after you've left the room. Life will always bring moments you never planned for. Some days everything falls into place, while other days it feels as if the ground beneath your feet is shifting. You can't stop difficult seasons from arriving, but you can decide who you become while you're living through them. Challenges reveal your character far more than comfort ever will. Your emotions are real, and they deserve to be acknowledged. Feeling hurt, frustrated, disappointed, or afraid doesn't make you weak. Those feelings are part of being human. The real test is what happens next. Do you allow those emotions to make every decision for you? Or do you pause long enough to choose a response that reflects your values? That single choice often determines whether a difficult moment becomes a lesson or a lifelong regret. People who possess quiet strength don't ignore their emotions. They simply refuse to let temporary feelings control permanent decisions. They know that anger fades, fear passes, and disappointment eventually loses its grip. That's why they create space before reacting. A thoughtful pause can prevent words that can't be taken back and decisions that can never be undone. The strongest response is often the calmest one. Think about the people you respect the most. Chances are, they aren't admired because life has been easy for them. They earned that respect by staying grounded during pressure, remaining kind when others became harsh, and choosing wisdom when reacting emotionally would have been easier. Their consistency builds trust because people know what to expect from them, regardless of the situation. Trust is created when your actions aren't controlled by changing moods. Friends, family, and colleagues feel safe around people who stay composed during stressful moments. They know disagreements won't immediately become arguments and mistakes won't automatically lead to blame. Emotional stability creates an environment where honesty, respect, and understanding can grow. Compassion also becomes stronger when you understand your own emotions. Instead of judging people too quickly, you begin asking better questions. Instead of assuming the worst, you become curious about what someone else might be carrying. Everyone is fighting battles that aren't always visible, and remembering that simple truth makes you a more patient, understanding person. Life won't stop testing your resilience. Plans will change, people will disappoint you. Some opportunities will disappear without warning. Yet every challenge gives you another chance to decide who you want to be. You can allow hardship to make you bitter, or you can let it make you wiser. You can allow setbacks to destroy your confidence, or you can use them to strengthen your character. The choice always belongs to you. The people with the greatest influence are rarely the loudest. They remain steady when others panic. They choose understanding over revenge and self-control over impulse. Their confidence isn't based on winning every argument. It's built on living according to principles they refuse to compromise. The same mindset transforms relationships. A healthy relationship isn't about finding someone to rescue you from loneliness or complete the parts of yourself you believe are missing. The strongest partnerships are formed when two people already have a sense of purpose, self-respect, and direction. They don't rely on each other for identity. Instead, they encourage each other to keep growing. When your happiness depends entirely on another person, every disagreement feels overwhelming. Every moment of distance creates anxiety, and every misunderstanding feels like rejection. But when your confidence comes from within, relationships because they're built on choice rather than dependence. You love freely instead of desperately. One of the most attractive qualities anyone can develop is having a meaningful life beyond their relationships. Continue learning, build your skills, invest in your health, chase goals that excite you, serve others when you can. These habits remind you that your life has value regardless of who enters or leaves it. Purpose changes your perspective. Instead of asking what someone can give you, you begin asking how both of you can grow together. Love becomes less about filling an emotional void and more about supporting one another's journey. That's where real connection begins. Living with purpose also gives you the courage to set healthy boundaries. Fear tells you to settle for less because you're afraid of ending up alone. Purpose reminds you that protecting your dignity is never the wrong decision. Walking away from situations that constantly diminish your self-worth isn't failure. It's an act of self-respect that creates room for healthier opportunities. Like a tree with deep roots, your strength comes from what lies beneath the surface. Your values, your habits, your discipline, and your commitment to personal growth become the foundation that keeps you standing when life becomes uncertain. Storms may shake your branches, but they don't have to uproot who you are. Never underestimate the power of becoming someone who is calm, purposeful, and true to their values. People may not remember every conversation they had with you, but they'll remember how safe, respected, and inspired they felt in your presence. That's the kind of influence that lasts. It's built quietly, strengthened daily, and carried with you wherever life leads. The strongest relationships, greatest opportunities, and most meaningful achievements all grow from the same place, a solid foundation. Before anything lasting can flourish on the outside, something meaningful has to be built within. That's why it's so important not to let your identity depend on someone else's opinion, approval, or presence. Invest in your character, strengthen your mindset, build habits that make you proud even when no one is watching. Chase goals that challenge you to become wiser, kinder, more disciplined, and more courageous. When you live this way, you don't expect others to complete you. Instead, you invite them to share a life that is already rich with purpose, self-respect, and genuine love. That's where healthy relationships begin. In a world obsessed with instant success and dramatic achievements, it's easy to believe that one big moment changes everything. We celebrate the victory, but rarely think about the countless ordinary days that made it possible. Every remarkable life is built on small decisions, repeated over and over again. Anyone can be motivated for a day. Anyone can make bold promises when they're inspired. But true character is revealed by what you continue doing long after the excitement fades. Consistency is one of the most valuable qualities a person can develop. It's the reason trust grows, confidence deepens, and lasting success becomes possible. Think about the people you rely on most. You don't trust them because of one impressive moment. You trust them because they've shown up again and again. They've kept their promises, honored their commitments, and remained dependable through both good times and difficult seasons. Trust is never created by a single action. It's built through a pattern of reliability that stands the test of time. The same principle applies to the promises you make to yourself. Every goal begins with a commitment. Every time you follow through, you strengthen your self-respect. Every time you give up without trying, you quietly weaken your confidence. Over time, your mind begins to believe what your actions repeatedly prove. That's why discipline matters so much. It reminds you that your future should never depend on your mood. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps moving even when inspiration disappears. Real transformation rarely happens all at once. It grows through small choices that seem insignificant in the moment. Reading a few pages every day expands your knowledge. Taking care of your health strengthens both your body and your determination. Speaking with honesty and kindness builds relationships that can last a lifetime. Tiny actions may look ordinary, but repeated consistently, they create extraordinary results. There will be seasons when your progress feels invisible. You'll wonder if your effort is making any difference at all. During those moments, remember that the most important growth often happens beneath the surface. Just as roots develop long before a tree reaches toward the sky, your daily habits are preparing you for opportunities you cannot yet see. Keep showing up, even when the results haven't arrived. Patience is often the hidden partner of success. One of the biggest obstacles to growth is comparison. Looking at someone else's achievements without seeing the years of effort behind them creates unnecessary frustration. Everyone's journey unfolds differently. Your responsibility isn't to become someone else, it's to become a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Even small improvements, repeated consistently, create remarkable change over time. Personal growth also requires humility. The moment you believe you've learned everything is the moment your progress begins to slow. The people who continue growing throughout life remain curious. They ask questions, welcome feedback, and understand that every experience has something to teach them. They don't see correction as an attack. They see it as another opportunity to improve. As your character grows, your influence naturally expands. People notice integrity before they notice success. They respect consistency before they admire accomplishments. Your example becomes more powerful than your words, because your actions prove what you truly believe. Whether you realize it or not, someone is always learning from the way you live. That's why your everyday choices matter far more than occasional moments of greatness. Life doesn't ask you to be perfect. Perfection isn't the goal. What truly matters is becoming more intentional each day. Choose to be a little wiser, a little stronger, a little kinder, and a little more disciplined than you were yesterday. Those steady improvements shape not only your future, but also the lives of the people around you. Stop chasing applause because recognition fades. Stop measuring your value by how much attention you receive, because attention is temporary. Instead, focus on becoming someone whose character remains steady when no one is watching, whose values stay firm when life becomes difficult, and whose purpose guides every decision. When you commit to becoming your best self, respect follows naturally, trust grows effortlessly, and your influence becomes the result of a life lived with authenticity. In the end, the most attractive quality has never been perfection or popularity. It has always been the quiet confidence of someone who knows their worth, continues to grow, and inspires others to do the same. The journey of becoming your best self never truly ends. Every new experience teaches you something about your strengths, your weaknesses, and the kind of person you are choosing to become. Some lessons arrive through success, while others come wrapped in disappointment. Both are valuable if you're willing to learn from them. Success teaches gratitude, but failure often teaches resilience, patience, and humility. Those qualities cannot be bought or borrowed. They are earned through experience. There will always be moments when life doesn't go according to plan. Doors you expected to open may remain closed. People you trusted may let you down. Opportunities you worked hard for may slip away. During those seasons, it's tempting to believe that your efforts were wasted. But setbacks are often preparing you for something greater than you can currently see. They force you to develop qualities that comfort never could. They teach you to adapt, remain hopeful, and continue moving forward even when the path is unclear. Resilient people understand that failure is never the final chapter unless they decide to stop writing their story. Every obstacle contains a lesson, and every lesson becomes another piece of wisdom that strengthens future decisions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they begin asking, "What is this experience teaching me?" That simple change in perspective transforms frustration into growth and challenges into opportunities. Another habit shared by people who leave a lasting impression is gratitude. They don't wait for life to become perfect before appreciating it. They recognize that joy is often found in ordinary moments. A meaningful conversation, good health, a peaceful morning, or the chance to begin again. Gratitude shifts your attention away from what is missing and toward what is already present. The more you appreciate what you have, the less power comparison has over your happiness. It's also important to remember that growth isn't always visible. Some days you'll feel like you're making incredible progress, while other days you'll wonder if anything is changing at all. Don't let those quiet seasons discourage you. Just as a tree spends years strengthening its roots before reaching impressive heights, your character is being shaped long before the results become obvious. Stay committed to the process, even when the rewards haven't yet appeared. Protecting your peace is another sign of maturity. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to explain yourself to people who have already decided not to understand you. Sometimes, the strongest response is choosing silence, preserving your energy, and continuing to live according to your values. Peace is not found by controlling everyone around you. It's found by learning to control yourself. As your confidence grows, you'll notice something interesting. You become less interested in proving yourself and more interested in improving yourself. You celebrate the success of others without feeling threatened by it. You stop competing for attention because your purpose gives you enough direction. Instead of seeking validation, you focus on making a meaningful contribution wherever you go. That mindset creates a life filled with purpose instead of pressure. Remember that your greatest legacy won't be the awards you collected or the recognition you received. It will be the lives you touched through your kindness, integrity, and example. Long after people forget your accomplishments, they will remember how you treated them, how you made them feel, and the values you demonstrated through your daily actions. So keep growing, even when no one is applauding. Keep learning, even when progress feels slow. Keep choosing honesty over convenience, discipline over excuses, and purpose over comfort. Every small decision is shaping the person you'll become tomorrow. Over time, those ordinary choices create an extraordinary life. In the end, true influence isn't about being the loudest voice in the room or attracting the most attention. It's about becoming someone whose character remains steady through every season of life. When your actions consistently reflect your values, your confidence no longer depends on circumstances, and your purpose becomes stronger than your fears. You naturally inspire others to believe that they can grow into the best version of themselves as well. That quiet strength is timeless, and it will always leave a lasting impression.